Imagine yourself on a typical NBA night, surrounded by eager fans and the scent of popcorn in the air. But instead of just another routine game, you are witnessing a moment that will defy all odds. An anonymous young man, chosen at random, has the chance to take a shot that could change his life forever. $1 million on the line. What happens next? Get ready for a story that combines excitement, luck, and a touch of injustice, where a dream becomes reality and determination finds redemption. This is the story of Don Calhoun and the shot that left Chicago in shock. But first, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of the amazing videos we'll be releasing. Don Calhoun, a regular Bulls fan, was about to live the moment that would change his life forever. A shot worth nothing less than $1 million. At the Chicago stadium, the crowd watched in astonishment as Don, standing 80 feet from the basket, released the ball in an almost impossible three-quarter court shot. The result? He made it. The explosion of joy swept through the stadium, and Don was instantly treated like a hero. Michael Jordan, the NBA icon himself, put his arm around Don, congratulating him with a smile. "Nice shot, kid." Don had just accomplished the impossible. The game ball in one hand, $1 million check in the other. He had done it, or so it seemed. What no one knew was that a twist was about to unfold. The insurance company, responsible for paying the prize, found a loophole in the rules and claimed that Don was not actually entitled to the money. $1 million shot. That resulted in absolutely nothing. Now, imagine yourself in that position with such a surreal prize at stake. The pressure of making a single three-point shot, something that could change your life in seconds. That was exactly what happened in the $1 million shot contest, held during the NBA All-Star Weekend in the 90s. Supported by major sponsors like Foot Locker, American Express, and Sony, this event became one of the most anticipated of the weekend. Millions of fans entered, but only one lucky person was chosen for the attempt. Being selected, making a three-point shot, and pocketing $1 million. It was the kind of dream that seemed unattainable. In 1996, out of 6 million entries, a 17-year-old named Demetrius Houston was selected for the shot, with the legendary George Gervin by his side as a mentor. In front of 17,000 people, Demetrius focused, lined up the shot, and with everything on the line, the ball hit the rim. The Iceman, Gervin, tried to console the young man, but of course, the disappointment was inevitable. The following year, in 1997, it was Jim Valente's turn, accompanied by legend Oscar Robertson, a player who, ironically, never made a three-point shot in his entire NBA career. Jim had every reason to stay focused. It was his wife's birthday, and he was already dreaming of what he would do with the prize. Perhaps a Corvette, a Rolex, maybe even a boat. But after lining up his shot, he also missed, and the $1 million check evaporated into thin air. When asked by Craig Sager what went wrong, Jim simply replied, "I think I pushed it a bit to the right." The truth? These shots were as much about hope as they were about luck. And in 1998, Sol Holkman had the opportunity. He was the lucky one chosen to attempt the NBA's most famous shot, the one that promised $1 million for anyone who could hit from an almost unimaginable distance. And for the first time in the contest history, Sol did something unprecedented. He hit the rim. It was a moment of pure emotion, but it ended just like all the others before him, with the $1 million prize slipping through his fingers. But of all these contests, none surpasses what happened in 1995. The chosen participant was Mike Hoban, only 16 years old at the time. Determined to make sure he didn't let this chance slip away, Mike trained like a professional in the weeks leading up to the event. Every single day, he spent hours shooting three-pointers tirelessly until he felt like he had become one with the basket. It was a movie-worthy scene. With the support of NBA All-Star Dan Marley, Mike was so focused that he seemed to study every detail of the hoop, as if it could improve his chances. Friends and family, glued to the TV, could hardly wait to watch history being made. The moment arrived. Mike prepared himself, lined up the shot, and the ball fell far short. A devastating air ball, one of those that takes the breath away. The kid, who had trained so hard, saw his dream crumble in seconds. The disappointment was palpable, both for him and those watching. But the icing on the cake came during the post-shot interview. When asked what he thought went wrong, Mike, with the innocence and hope of someone who just wanted another chance, simply said, I would love another attempt. Of course, that extra attempt never came. Over the years, 4 participants had this golden opportunity. A simple shot, 3 points, $1 million at stake, and none of them succeeded. What's curious is that if we look at other competitions, it's impressive how common it is to see fans making much harder shots for much smaller prizes. We've all seen it in arenas across the country. That fan chosen from the crowd to try a half-court shot. The prize? Nothing close to $1 million. Usually something like $10,000 or $20,000, maybe even a car. Once, a Mavericks fan achieved the unthinkable. He made, in sequence, a layup, a free throw, a three-pointer, and a half-court shot, all without missing. And what was the reward for this incredible feat? Nothing more than a $3,000 gift card to a furniture store. If you thought that was bad, wait until you hear about the Mavericks fan who hit a perfect half-court shot while wearing Dirk Nowitzki's jersey. Her prize for this impressive achievement, a 65-inch flat-screen TV, truly disappointing. But it doesn't end there. At a Blazers game, a man hit a half-court shot and won plane tickets to any destination of his choice. Not bad, right? Well, just 30 seconds later, another fan made the same shot with the same level of difficulty, and, well, sometimes it seems like these things just happen. So, what would happen if one day someone actually hit that $1 million shot? And that's exactly what almost happened on April 14, 1993. On a night that seemed like just another in the NBA calendar, something extraordinary occurred. During halftime of the Bulls vs. Heat game, a young man named Don Calhoun was randomly selected to attempt an 80-foot shot with $1 million at stake. And the reason he was chosen? His shoes didn't scuff the court floor, according to a Bulls staff member. Simple as that. With his heart racing and the crowd eagerly watching, Don positioned himself for a shot that seemed like just another fun halftime gimmick to entertain the audience. After all, who really believed anyone could make a three-quarters court shot? But at that moment, reality defied the odds. Don released the ball, and what started as just another halftime distraction turned into something historic. The ball sailed across the court and incredibly found the bottom of the net. The arena erupted in a mix of shock and euphoria. The impossible had happened. Don Calhoun, a 23-year-old who had been just another face in the crowd moments earlier, had done the unthinkable and won $1 million. Or at least, that's what he thought. Don's smile wouldn't last long. Upon investigating the event, the lawyers behind the promotion discovered he had violated one of the contest's strict rules. Don had played organized basketball within the last 5 years, having been a part of Triton College's team just 3 years prior. It was a clear infraction, and as a result, the insurance company refused to pay the prize. The local hero's joy turned to disappointment when he was told he wouldn't see a single cent of that $1 million. However, the organizers didn't anticipate the fans' outrage. The city of Chicago erupted in indignation, and public pressure on the Bulls organization became unbearable. In a surprising turn of events, the Bulls management decided to pay the prize out of their own pocket, something almost unheard of. Don would start receiving $50,000 a year for the next 20 years, though he still didn't know the true reason behind his decision. The answer came a year later, when Don finally met Michael Jordan, the NBA's biggest star, at a local game. Upon seeing Don, Jordan not only recognized him but called him over to ask, "Did you get your money?" That's when Don learned the truth. The payment didn't come from the insurance company, but from Michael Jordan and other Bulls players who banded together and demanded that the organization honor the prize. Michael, who believed what they were doing to Don was unjust, took it upon himself to make things right. And so, with the help of Jordan and his teammates, Don Calhoun not only secured his prize, but also became, for a brief moment, part of Bulls history. And of course, a few weeks later, he finally got that coveted Michael Jordan autograph. In the end, Don proved that against all odds, even the most impossible shots can be winners. And even when rules are broken, sometimes justice is served in the most unexpected way. Do you believe in second chances? And what would you do if you had the opportunity to take a shot at a life-changing prize? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit the like button and share it with your friends. See you in the next one.